What's going on, everyone? Welcome back for another video. Today we have a new big series of event, the Everbright City, bringing two new items to the game. The first one being a back accessory with an amazing design. I love that, but what about the skill? It's gonna block some damage based on the damage you take. If it exceeds 1% of your max HP, you are gonna block 8%. If it is 2%, then you are gonna block 16%. And if it exceeds 5% of your max HP, then you are gonna block 30%. Is it good? I am not sure. In fact, I think it depends on the back accessories you already have, because in my case, I am playing a Monarch, you already know about it, but I am using that back accessory, and in my opinion, this is way more efficient, because directly at the start of the fight, you are going to block 30% of the final damage taken, and you are also going to have some more attack speed, energy skill regen, power attack speed, but the effects are going to get reduced every 12 seconds by 1/3. But yeah, this is still gonna be efficient after 30 seconds, so in PvP, this one is always, in my opinion, gonna be better than the other one. But on a long fight, I don't know. And if you don't have the amazing explosion sound, and if you don't have the Alien Dimension, of course, in my opinion, this one is gonna be great to nullify a lot of damage taken. And you have 10% global HP when you get it. And then you have that artifact. Still on 1000 at the guarantee. The skill looks very bad. Every 5 seconds and directly at the start of the battle, I suppose, you are gonna deal 1000% of the current basic attack AoE damage. It's not written that it can crit, and come on, this is basic attack damage, so it will never deal a lot of damage in my opinion. But this artifact is not here for the skill, but for the main stats it's giving to you passively forever once you own it. 10% damage resistance. This is the first time we have an item giving damage resistance forever, and this is 10%. So before going deeper in the event, I made some tests. First of all, I decided to check the impact of the damage resistance on the damage taken. So on the left, I have 20.6%, and on the right, I have 15%. So this is the first test in PvE, and this is the damage I take per hit, 207.6 billion. Now in the second test, I don't have the Spore equipped, and this is what I take, 222.2 billion damage. So in resume, if I have 5.6% less damage resistance, I take 6.5% more damage in campaign, with basic attacks only. Then I decided to do the same test, but that time in PvP, because here you have different damage modifiers. On the first main hit, I take 13,127 million damage. Same score on the second main hit. On the third one, I take 13,364.3 million. Same score on the hit number 4, and on the last one, 13,463 million. So now, let's redo the same test, but that time with less damage resistance. On the first hit, I take 13,771 million. I take exactly the same on the next hit. On the third one, I take 13,873 million. Same as the first two hits on the number 4, and same as the number 3 on the number 5. So now it's time to do some math. From left to right, you have a 5.6% less damage resistance. I made the average damage I took on the first 5 hits, and this is the final damage reduction, 3.78%. So now the question is, what if we had a plus 10% damage resistance forever? And the answer is, I don't really know, because I don't know exactly how they do their calculation on the damage taken, the damage resistance and stuff like that, but I suppose that I'm gonna take maybe around 6% less damage if I can have that artifact, and I would love to get it, but am I gonna be able to get it? This is what I have today to spend in the game. I have 252 gems. Maybe I'm gonna spend another 100, but I'm not gonna try to spend more than that. And I hope that I'm gonna cut for once and get the artifact before the end. That would be awesome, and I wish you the best luck as well for that event, because 10% damage resistance, oh my god, this is really good, right? So let's check the event in detail, and after that I'm gonna try my luck. So first of all, you have the lucky event here. I'm gonna come back in here right after to try my luck. Then you have the chef challenge, in which you need to use some hammers to hit some mice to protect the what do you have in the middle, in fact? the meal. I don't know exactly the term. So you just need to click on the screen and kill all the mice. And this is basically what you need to do. Then you have an ultimate and you can hit directly everything on the screen. So this is how it works. Nothing very hard. You just need to avoid taking some hits on the middle and just survive 1 minute. So I'm just gonna do that. There is no threat at all. This is super easy. Just need to wait. I don't even need to use the hammer. I mean the ultimate. Only 26 seconds left. Yeah, and of course, day after days, you are gonna have more mice, different ones, some bosses, but it's still gonna be very easy to beat. And normally you have a survival mode in which you need to survive very long, but you don't have any reward at the end, so it's just for the fame of the ranking. Okay, time's up. I won. I took no hits, and that's all. I can share my record, I don't care about that. Let's take some rewards in here. We have some keys, we have some of these, a crystal pouch. So then we have the daily quest in which we can claim some of these. I'm gonna complete everything. So I have, this is probably the currency to participate in the lucky event, I suppose. No, this is probably what we need to spend in the battle pass to acquire some currencies to participate in the lucky event. I need to share the game. So just come here, click here, and that's over. The game is shared. Yeah, very easy. So I claim that. Then you have the battle pass here as always. You need to spend $10 on the left to buy that column. I'm gonna do that. You have the return of that pal, by the way, reducing all enemies attack by 6%. Why not? It can help to survive in some content. So let's claim everything, spend these, take all of the things. Then you have that event. So as always, you need only one of every piece, and then you can share some with players and ask them to send you some. I suppose that I can claim here. And if I want to send some to players, I need to click on info. I can send, okay, I need to click on that piece and then I can gift publicly. So this is what I'm doing generally. And then I just need to wait. And you can claim a few rewards in that event. Then you will have the treasure trove, but it's gonna open in 2 days. But hey, I have some information about that event. So this is the one. You have 2 chests, one on the left, one on the right. You need to use some keys to open them. And you have different floors. Yeah, let's call that floors. And on the last one, you have a new costume. And in fact, if you want to progress from one floor to another, you need to find the top reward in the chest. But it's completely random, in fact. You will have some probabilities to obtain a few items. As always, I suppose, on the different floors, it's gonna change. And that's basically all. If you want to obtain the costume, I don't know exactly how much you need to spend, maybe $100, maybe $200. And you have here the kind of packs we will be able to buy in 2 days for that event. Same packs as always, in fact. And if you want the detail about that costume, it's giving 1% global attack, and this is the design. Okay, so back to the main event. I can buy some of these using my diamonds, so generally this is what I'm doing, and in that event, I recommend always to go for the hammers. Okay guys, so now it's time for me to try my luck on that event. I bought a few packs, I took only the $50 pack. By the way, for the players who want to spend in the game, I need to talk quickly about Aptoide 1 minute and then we are gonna jump directly in the draws. So if you want to spend in the game, generally I recommend to use Aptoide. This is the equivalent of the Play Store and the App Store, but at the end they are taking less fees and they are giving you some cash back after every purchase. For example, if I want to take the biggest pack, I'm gonna have to pay $350, which is very big amount of money, right? And what? I have a bit more cash back today. Okay, maybe it's a special day, we have 5% more. I didn't have the information, but whatever. So I was saying that when you are spending in the game using Aptoide, you are getting some cash back. So here I'm gonna have 91 euros in cash back. This is a very high percentage back for spending again in the game, right? I'm not gonna take that, but I'm gonna take the $100 back. I'm gonna try my luck with that. So here, this is what I'm spending, and this is what I'm gonna get as cash back after spending that amount. So let's do that. I'm getting my cash back. And after that, I can reuse these 28 euros to buy other gems for free. And by the way, always buy gems in priority, never buy packs directly in the game, because sometimes you have some big events like the Fortune Cat in which you can invest your gems to get some more gems. So always do that. So normally I already have a few cashback on my account, so I suppose that I can buy that pack directly for free, and apparently not. So what am I gonna do? You know what? Let's buy another time this pack. This is very expensive. I don't recommend to do that at home, but hey, I hope that I'm gonna be able to save some gems during that event. Don't want to spend everything to obtain the artifact. And here, so now I have some cash back. I can select another payment method and I can buy directly that pack for free. So 55 euros for free because I spent a lot on the other packs. This is only a game, so be careful when you are spending. Don't spend too much. Don't get addicted on that. It's not because you are getting some cash back that it's worth it to spend more, right? So be very careful when you are spending. And by the way, if you want to help me support my channel, you have my promo code mushroom2 that you can write on your AppCoins wallet. You have a guide in the description below, or you can contact me on the Discord if you want more detail on how to install and use Aptoide. So I am back in here. I have a 246 for now. I'm gonna start with that, and I hope that I'm gonna be very, very lucky. If I get the artifact, I'm gonna stop directly, okay? So I would love to get it with the 246 for once. So I checked the skip feature. Let me remind you that you have only one chance on 1000 to obtain the artifact, a bit more chance to obtain the back accessory, and a bit less to obtain the crystal here, to get 20 extra scrolls or to unlock an awakening seal. So guys, without further ado, let's start my draws and let's keep an eye on the guarantee, because the more I cut, the faster I'm gonna get the back accessory at the end. There we go with the first 10 draws. Okay, nothing for now. Keep an eye on the guarantee. 60, 50, 40. Okay, it starts very, very badly. I went all the way to the first guarantee. Look at that, that was terrible. So very bad luck to start with. Hope that I'm gonna cut more often. Come on. Already 130 spent. Okay, I was able to cut half the way to the second guarantee. I got the mountain powerman gear. So let's continue pulling some and pray to cut again. In fact, I just want the artifact. So if it can cut the guarantee on the artifact, give it to me directly. That would be awesome. So come on. 34 before the next guarantee. Okay, so the luck is terrible. Second guarantee, I'm gonna hit that. This is very, very bad. So you know what? Let's just claim the rewards. I'm gonna go 10 by 10 only. So I'm gonna go directly in the battle pass and get my reward. So I will have a bit more to spend. So let's spend the 240. There we go. Claim my rewards. The ones at the top as well. Come back in the Sacred Tree Blessing and continue pulling some. I have 56 extra currency to spend. So this is another guarantee. Let's continue. Come on, look at the guarantee. This is terrible luck. Okay, time to go back again in here. Spend the 50 extra pouches I have. Do I have something more to claim? Yes, only 5 more. So let's come back in here. I have an extra 11. No cuts on the guarantee. Cool. I feel like it's gonna be very hard to obtain the artifact. Already 150 spent. You know what? Let's take this one. So I'm at 250 already. Let's continue. Come on. It's terrible. So I was able to cut like 6 before the guarantee. Wow, amazing. So 98 before, and the next reward is gonna be the back accessory because I already had all the limited rewards, okay? So let's continue. Still no cut. Oh man, I got it. Woo! This rocks. This is amazing, look at that. 350 draws, 70, sorry, and I got it before. And before the back accessory. This is even more amazing, guys. For once, I'm not gonna have to spend too much. This is perfect, guys. And I'm gonna have the back accessory right before the end as well. Let's check that. Come on, just cut another time on the guarantee. No, don't want to do that before the end. And there we are. I have the back accessory. So I don't need to spend more, 250. And for once, I have already the artifact. This is amazing. So let's just spend my pouches. Let's see how many do I get that time. Who knows, maybe I can get lucky with the remaining I have. 56 more. Let's spend them. Now I just need to obtain the crystal and this is gonna be perfect. Will I get it? Okay, I cut another time the guarantee. I obtained some extra souls. 6 more to go. Only 3, 2, 1, and nothing else. I'm not gonna complain. I have the artifact already. This is crazy, guys. Oh, and by the way, price selection. Do I have something more that I don't have? Oh, I don't have the Siren's Whisper. But hey, I don't care. There is no way on earth I'm spending more to try to obtain another artifact. I was very lucky, and for once, I don't want to spend too much. Let's see if I can get some more in here. Already completed it, and I have an extra 10. So let's come back in here and spend the last 10 ones. Okay, this is over, guys. I got the artifact. So now it's time to try the artifact. Let's see if it has 10% to the maximum here. So normally I should have 30% after that. So let's unlock the artifact. There we go. Let's check my stats again. This is a plus 10% flat damage resistance. Amazing, guys. Let's unlock the back accessory, by the way. 10% more global HP. Let's check the difference from 366 to almost 375. Back to the test. That time in PvE, I take only 181.4 billion damage per hit. So that time I have a plus 10% damage resistance and I take 12.6% less damage. Time to check again in PvP now. 11,725 million damage on the first hit. Same on the second hit. Same on the third hit. A bit more on the fourth one. And a bit more again on the fifth one. So now this is the average in damage I take. And I got 11.32% less damage taken than before. But hey, 1 hour passed since my first test in PvP, and so maybe a few parameters changed, because in my opinion, it's a bit too high. It should be more around 7 to 8%. Or maybe it's correct, but the calculation behind is a weird curve. So the answer to the question is plus 10% damage resistance worth it is absolutely yes. But this is very expensive. So guys, that was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. May you be crazy lucky as I was during that video. Have a really nice day, take care, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.